Alright guys, it was towards the end of the last video. I want to do it now so people who only watched the first bit see it. Over on KR Korea, they're going to have Season 9 next week, and it's going to be Myrtle, an Earth Fairy, which I believe is this fairy right here next to Tulip. Now, starting with KR Korea, they have a bull market. It's best to spend early on this, but if you spend later and then it's going to fall off at the end, it will send it to you in the mail. They have Phoenix, which is good. It has a privilege. I have a video talking about privileges and which one to get. This was pretty interesting right here.
반드시 돌아오게 하겠어. 더 이상 하수인만으로 남지 않아. 이제부턴 나를 위하여 오로지 나만 깨어있을 뿐. 멈춰! 모두들 절대 후회? 네가 누구랑 얘기하는 줄은 아는 거야?
Because the event they're doing right now is like the Tulip event. Unsure if they had it in the past, but it's the whole theme of the Tulip event, as you'll see as we go. So you have the Tulip border, the Tulip effect. And then what's interesting over here is they added the mushrooms here, which I think they're the only region that has mushrooms in their events. All the regions have something interesting going on here. This board, do the daily events and then spend $1 a day to get 3 extra rolls. Beat up the bull. It only takes 1 damage per hit, so you want to do multi-hit attacks to score the highest. And the exchange there's the title, some upgrade stuff, but this is definitely what you want, is some traces. They have a wind banner, and what's their name? Birds of Paradise banner. This makes sense, giving you Earth up until the next Earth Fairy comes out, so you can build Earth. I did update. Yeah, here it is. Here's the translation. There's going to be another banner. It doesn't say what it is. 18th. This might be the new fairy. They might be having it the earliest. What is that? 15, 18, Sunday. I don't think it would be Sunday, but it lasts a whole week, so it might be Myrtle. We'll see. The treasure, we saw everything so far. Treasure trove of 10 lotus draws. This might be the box event we've been having, where you pick a 10x, and the grand prize might be Twin Lotus. We'll see as we go. After version update on the 20th, boss equipment drops plus 200%. That is really cool. We never see that over here on Global. JP Japan, they have, you're familiar with the truck. They had the truck first. They've had the truck plenty of times, so now they kind of go back and forth between the truck and the wings. So the wings right there. They also have this thing. I just explained that. Their Miru treasure isn't so great. Doing the one time to get the 10x is fine, but everything else, not really. They have a water selection banner. Blue Rose being the most important one here, but to go with them, they have a Calamus simulation. If you're unfamiliar with the simulations that I explained in my Spenders video, as you do summons, it builds up to 50 right here, and then you can do several 10x's and pick the best, as well as you're summoning on the banner, you get shards from the banner. It also gives you more of these, so you don't have to do 50. It either comes in things of 10s and 40s, so you can do extra ones. Southeast Asia, SEA, they have the beach outfit. This is 2/3 of, what's her name? Albedo. This is a bunny, but not a selector. This is a random bunny. And this is 1/3 of Eins or Chaltier. Nice that they're having them in events already. And then this is smaller portions of both of them. And then a small thing for Eins. They also have a bull market going on. Their Dark Dragon starts on the 16th, so tomorrow. You want to kill it as fast as possible with the strongest people you can get together to kill it as fast as possible. And you can do it every day. First clear, you get the small rewards, but you actually get, I think it's 10 tokens per day for doing the daily challenge attempt. And the exchange here, the toast headpiece, and the weapon and armor selectors are nice. They also have an Earth selection banner. What's interesting here is they also have a Foxglove simulated, which isn't so great. I would skip this. I would skip all of this actually and wait for the next, the new Earth Fairy that's coming. And SEA has Overlord as a redeem code until the 31st. Labor 25 until June 1st. And 50M 2025 until the end of the year. Global, we have a Calamus event going on. Bull market, I already explained that. This is an interesting one. The Tasty Vacation. So this is like the beach weapons. But we also have Selection Bunny for 3 tickets, which is very interesting. We have a Calamus banner. I'm not too worried about it. It is interesting that we're getting... I'll explain what this looks to me after I get past it real quick. Earth selection. I would skip it for the next Earth Fairy. They also have a Scarlet Wish Chestnut Rose next week. We have the Mirror Treasure, Bull Market, Calamus. Dragon is next week. Costume is next week. Las Vegas is next week. And then we have a Calamus shop. We have the 10Xs here. You can get 5 copies of Eins or Chaltier. Our current codes are Work 2025 until May 31st, and Easter AY until May 31st. Funnily enough, our Overlord code ends by the time you see the video. But what I think is interesting is I think this may be a test going forward, that they do 2 weeks of the season. So we just finished a season, and then 2 weeks off, and then after this, so in 2 weeks, we'll have Myrtle, is my guess. And then they're having this kind of like in between 2 weeks event, which I think is what people wanted, and I like this, where there's a event in between, a chance to rerun some banners. We see we're doing 2 other seasons, as we see here, Calamus and Scarlet Wish. It'll be nice when we have the next rotation, if they do that same kind of thing, where it's 2 more of the older season fairies. It'll be nice if this is how it goes going forward. Let me know what you guys think down below. Till next time, guys.